I'll roll down the window.
In Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the quick shot of Ferris playing the clarinet wasn't planned. The instrument was just lying around on set, and Matthew Broderick joked that he could play it, though he actually couldn't, so they rolled the camera and kept it in the movie. Also, the scene where Rooney says he left cheese was ad-libbed, since John Hughes wanted him to blurt out something completely nonsensical.
I did not achieve this position in life by having some snot-nosed punk leave my cheese out in the wind.
Step Brothers is packed with improvisation, so much that Kodak even sent the crew champagne for using so much film. One of the funniest examples is the bedtime scene, where Farrell and John C. Reilly just start throwing ridiculous insults at each other.
The only reason you're living here is because me and my dad decided that your mom was really hot and maybe we should just both bang her.
None of it was scripted. They were just riffing, and it perfectly showed how much their characters hated each other.
You're not a doctor. You're a big, fat, curly-headed fuck.
In Apollo 13, while filming the scene with Jim and Marilyn driving, Tom Hanks accidentally stalled the car. Instead of breaking character, he smoothly muttered,
"It's the second time it's done that."
In Deadpool 2, the moment where Deadpool accidentally breaks Cerebro wasn't scripted, but Ryan Reynolds stayed perfectly in character, so the take was kept in the final cut. In Ghost, Molly was originally written as a wood sculptor, but the idea was changed to pottery. Demi Moore even took lessons, while Patrick Swayze learned on set. During the famous wheel scene, the clay pot suddenly collapsed by accident. Instead of stopping, Demi went with it, and that little slip turned into one of the most iconic and romantic moments in the whole movie.
I hope it wasn't a masterpiece.
It's not now.
In Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, Karen Gillan was actually swatting at mosquitoes during filming, and her complaint about her skimpy outfit was completely improvised.
Why am I wearing this outfit in a jungle? Tiny little shorts and a leather halter top. I mean, what is this?
In Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Alan Rickman agreed to play the sheriff only if he could change the role. He thought the script was terrible, so he rewrote many of his lines with friends, including the famous joke about ordering 2 wenches.
You, Myram, 10:30 tonight. You, 10:45. Bring a friend.
I didn't do enough.
You did so much.
In Schindler's List, the emotional "I didn't do enough" scene was made even more powerful when Liam Neeson accidentally dropped the ring. His fumbling wasn't scripted, but the moment felt so real and meaningful that Spielberg kept it in the final cut. In Doctor Strange, the moment when the cloak of levitation wipes away Strange's tears wasn't scripted. Benedict Cumberbatch suggested it on the spot, and the producer loved it so much that the special effects team made it part of the film.
Stop.
In Scrooged, Murray wasn't the only one improvising. Jack McGee, playing a carpenter, came up with the hilarious line during the nipple debate.
You can hardly see them nipples.
Also, the scene where Bill Murray falls on his way out of the restaurant was unscripted, and actually a real accident. The stairs were still wet from when he splashed the waiter with water, causing him to lose his footing. In Speed, the moment where Annie pretends to stick gum on her seat so she can move away from the annoying Stevens wasn't scripted. Sandra Bullock improvised it on the spot.
I got gum on my seat. Gum. Excuse me?
In The X-Files Season 3, Episode 12, a real car crash happened on camera, and Gillian Anderson briefly reacted before slipping right back into character.
Hey, what are you crazy? Why are you stopping? Hey, you idiot, you idiot!
In This Is Spinal Tap, almost all the dialogue was improvised, with the actors working from simple scene outlines and often using the very first take to keep reactions natural.
Have you ever been to Stonehenge? The triptychs are 20 feet high. You can stand 4 men up them.
A great example is the Stonehenge scene, where a mix-up in the notes led to an 18-inch model instead of the intended 18-foot prop, turning what was meant to be epic into one of the funniest disasters in the film.
Right here, it's specified 18 inches. I was given this napkin,
Forget this! F the napkin!
In a 1962 episode of The Dick Van Dyke Show, Mary Tyler Moore surprised everyone by syncing a tricky pool shot that was supposed to be faked with a cutaway. Her genuine excitement and Dick Van Dyke's real reaction made it one of the show's most unforgettable moments.
When my mother finds out I married a pool shark.
In The Empire Strikes Back, Harrison Ford was meant to rattle off a long line of technical jargon while fixing the Millennium Falcon. Instead, he got frustrated and ad-libbed the now classic line.
No, no, no. This one goes there, that one goes there, right?
In Boys and the Hood, Morris Chestnut nearly had his leg run over by Ice Cube's Chevy Impala during the scene where Ferris fires his Mac 11 in the air. As he scrambled to Trey's car, he slipped and slid across the street, barely crawling away in time. An unscripted moment so real that John Singleton kept it in the film. In Elf, during the DNA test scene, Will Ferrell suddenly let out a high-pitched scream from a tiny finger prick. The improvised scream surprised James Caan so much that he broke into laughter and had to turn his head to keep it off camera.
My finger has a heartbeat.
Turn that off!
In The Shawshank Redemption, Tim Robbins improvised the moment when his character defiantly turns up the volume on the record player instead of shutting it off when ordered by the warden, making the scene even more powerful. In Blade Runner, the famous Tears in the Rain speech was largely rewritten by Rutger Hauer himself. He cut down the original lengthy, formal monologue and added some of his own lines, including the unforgettable final words,
Like tears in rain.
I want 600 pair of shoes and 1,200 pair of socks.
In Glory, during the scene where Colonel Shaw loses patience with the quartermaster and trashes his supplies, Matthew Broderick slips up, first asking for gear for 600 soldiers, then saying 700 a minute later.
You really think you can keep 700 Union soldiers without proper shoes?
He even pauses, clearly expecting the director to call cut, but the scene continues.
700 Union soldiers without proper shoes because you think it's funny?
In School of Rock, the moment where Dewey throws a chair during the Battle of the Bands audition was completely improvised by Jack Black. And Miranda Cosgrove's startled jump was her genuine reaction.
Look, thanks for coming down, but you're really not what we're looking for.
You listen to me.
In Sleepless in Seattle, Annie's anxious expression while running to the Empire State Building wasn't acting. Meg Ryan's shoes didn't fit, and she was really just trying not to trip as she ran. In When Harry Met Sally, Rob Reiner told Billy Crystal to improvise to make Harry seem rougher. Crystal chose to spit grape seeds out the window. Only the window was closed, so they bounced right back inside.
I'll roll down the window.
In Dances with Wolves, Kevin Costner's gesture of spreading his arms during the suicide run was completely spontaneous, catching even the stunt coordinator off guard. And the shot of Cisco jumping around before being stolen wasn't planned either. It was simply the horse letting off steam, but it fit so perfectly that they kept it in the film. While filming Friends, Matt LeBlanc accidentally ate some of David Schwimmer's spat-out trifle. Schwimmer had put it back on his plate during a break, and LeBlanc unknowingly scooped it up and kept eating for the next take.
It tastes like feet.
I like it.
And we finished the take. No one says anything. Cut to the rap party, and we're watching the blooper reel. And I'm watching, I'm going, oh, I remember this was funny.